I don't know about you, but for me, it's harder and harder these days to find a good TV show to watch and to just continue to watch. Sometimes I'll find a good show, but then it gets lame and boring and I'll just stop. I don't know why, maybe it's because of forced ideology and script, or maybe just, streaming changed everything and the quality really dropped. Certainly in the early 2000s, things were quite different. You didn't have streaming. You would have to wait every week for a new episode. You couldn't watch the whole thing in one sitting. You couldn't binge watch things. So at least comparing to the good old days in the 1990s and early 2000s, shows these days are not as great. We had Breaking Bad, Mad Men, The Sopranos, The Office, Parks and Recreation, so many great shows, so many masterpieces. However, it's not like there's no entertainment. It's not like there's no entertainment these days. No, the fact is, the best entertainment in our decade is real stuff happening to real people, broadcasted to everybody via YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, or whatever other media through multiple creators and broadcasters. So today, I want to bring you the top 3 real life events that were 1000% better than fiction, according to me. Hi, I'm Carolini. I make videos here on YouTube about motherhood, personal responsibility, libertarianism, and pop culture. In third place, when our girl Taylor Swift, fresh out the slammer after a very public breakup with boyfriend Joe Alwyn, started dating footballer Travis Kelce. This guy, barely known outside football fans, says on his podcast that he went to an Eras tour with a friendship bracelet he wanted to give to Taylor. He was not successful on that occasion, but he then started talking to his brother on their podcast about having a crush on Taylor and wanted to meet her, and they started inviting her to Kansas Chiefs games, and everyone thought this was so cute. But our girl was busy enjoying singlehood, going out with her friends, slaying beautiful outfits every time, performing to sold out stadiums. So I don't think anyone thought that she would actually go to a game. Until September last year, 2023, the world just stopped as Taylor Swift attended her first Kansas Chiefs game. Nobody even knew what Kansas Chiefs was, except Paul Rudd. But anywho, all eyes were on her while she was cheering for her man. We were all so happy for her, for finding a dude that seemed to be tough enough to handle the pressure of dating her, the paparazzi, the attention, the drama. And there was Taylor, game after game, having a great time. And then, like the cherry on top, they won the Super Bowl. Kansas Chiefs won the Super Bowl. And this happened on the field. It was so romantic. It was all we needed. A real life rom-com. I don't care if you think their relationship is just a PR move. It was cute. It was romantic. It was all we needed. And that's why they won third place. Wishing them all the happiness. May they get married, have beautiful, tall, talented babies. Moving on to the second place. The ongoing Meghan Markle disaster. This is perhaps the most successful case of social climbing and also the least successful case of social climbing in the history of the world. On the surface, it looked like this beautiful, unknown American actress started dating Prince Harry, and we were all relieved to learn that Harry wasn't a Nazi after all, unlike his great-grand-uncle. And so they have this star-studded, beautiful fairy tale wedding, and everyone rejoiced in the fact that this biracial woman was joining the royal family. And oh, look at her mom. She has dreadlocks. This is truly the start of a revolution. Except she lied about every single thing that she has ever said.
I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was...
Seriously, this woman is perhaps the biggest con artist of our lifetime. She was not an activist. She did not invite a single family member to her wedding except her mom. All the Hollywood stars invited weren't even her friends. Some of them have never met her before. Unlike her claims that he never helped her and never paid for her education, her dad is an Emmy Award-winning lighting director in Hollywood. He's retired now, but he for sure paid for her education and college, and he even put her in the business. She also did not marry Harry 3 days before the big ceremony, by the way, like she said to Oprah.
You know, 3 days before our wedding, we got married.
She also got plenty of help when she joined the royal family. She had Harry's chief of staff helping her, making her a 30-point dossier. The queen herself provided her with her most trusted aide and a team of people teaching her how to be royal, but she refused to learn. Her kids were never denied a title. The great-grandchildren of the monarch are not entitled to being prince and princess. This has nothing to do with race, but with the letter patent issued in 1907 by King George V. Only after Queen Elizabeth II passing, Harry's kids would have the right to a title. She knew this, yet she told Oprah that they were denied a title because of their race. Moreover, the couple claimed they wanted to step down as royals to have more privacy, and then proceeded to score Netflix, Spotify, and book deals in their worldwide privacy tour, telling us in the middle of the pandemic that their 5,000 square feet cottage wasn't big enough for their egos. Meanwhile, we were all stuck in our 300 square feet studio apartments in the middle of the pandemic and lockdown, trying to figure out how we would pay for rent when we were laid off. Huh? You think you got it hard, Harry? And she's a bully. I could go on and on about the Duchess difficult, Duchess flop, however you want to call her. But I invite you to, if you're interested, to follow Royal News Network, according to Taz, or the Plutonium show, Pluto TV. I'm going to link all the great YouTubers that cover this crazy psychopath. It's truly mind-blowing to see how this one person had it all. She was a literal princess, and she managed to throw it all away to go back to her D-list celebrity status, all because of her crippling narcissism and incompetence. I'm truly obsessed about this because she just won't stop failing. It's bizarre. Week after week, she became a laughingstock. Now, the only thing better than Duchess difficult Meghan Markle is our first place. Last but not least,
I did not hurt you. I did not punch you. I was hitting you.
glorious first place.
Feel better not watching Supposed to Collection again.
Number 1 time when life was so much better than fiction. The Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard Defamation Trial. We were alive to witness the televised court moments that cleared Johnny Depp's name and exposed crazy, aggressive liar Amber Heard to the world. It was dramatic. It was disgusting. It was jaw-dropping. It was exciting, extremely funny, and just badass lawyering. No scriptwriter could ever come up with a better story. Seriously. If you've missed this real-life masterpiece, first of all, who are you? Second of all, Johnny Depp was married to this beautiful actress, Amber Heard. They had a pretty scandalous divorce with claims of domestic violence. There were pictures of Heard with the black eye. There were videos of Depp yelling at her. It was pretty intense at the time. Depp was immediately canceled and he lost pretty much all of his roles, including Pirates of the Caribbean. Everyone hated him, including me. Heard then wrote an op-ed about the whole thing and became a champion against domestic violence. She said that all the money from her divorce would go straight to charity, which made everyone believe her even more, including myself. Years went by, and in 2022, Depp and his legal team take her to court. It was such a wholesome experience watching this trial. There were many witnesses that made us all laugh, cry, and just be amazed, really. There was Paul Bettany, Johnny's bodyguard, a police officer vaping in his car and looking so annoyed that he had to be a witness once again in this case. There was a badass psychologist on Depp's side. There was a crazy psychiatrist on Heard's side. Literally looked like a goofy villain from a comedy movie. We got to see Amber Heard being confronted about her inconsistencies. We got to see her bad acting skills, trying to cry, trying to convince the jury that she's, oh my God, such a sweet girl. We got to witness all her hearsays.
Ms. Heard, that
I'll move to strike this as hearsay, Your Honor.
I'll do that next.
there are 4 staff who work on the island. Cook. That's hearsay, I guess.
He got it.
We got to know this absolutely amazing team of lawyers hired by Depp, Wayne Dennison, Ben Chu, the wonderful Camille Vasquez, who was the absolute heroine in this case. Her cross-examination of Heard is something for the history books.
Quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote. Right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms.
settlement,
Heard,
$7
that's
million
not my
to
question.
charity, and I
Ms. Heard,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Heard,
those obligations.
Ms. Heard, sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They
But
do
I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Heard, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Heard, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
And then there was Heard's legal team.
Do you recall? I'm trying. What, if anything, Did the medical records reflect about your nose?
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
I'll sustain the objection.
They failed so bad, which not necessarily is a testament to their ability, but it's certainly a testament to their client's lies.
You see, when you have a truthful story, you don't have to have a good memory.
It was an iconic moment in pop culture. And one of the best things was the community online that formed around this whole thing. The LawTube YouTubers that were transmitting the trial live and explaining to us the terms and everything. Particularly Emily D. Baker, lawyer you know, Popcorn Planet. He's not a lawyer, but he would bring lawyers. They all helped us understand the context of the whole thing. And the memes, oh my God, the memes were so good. What a moment to be alive and online. The verdict. Well, the jury ultimately sided with Depp, awarding him a significant amount in damages while also granting her a smaller amount in her countersuit. But the ultimate judge, the public, was finally aware of the whole truth, which was, yes, these two were deeply troubled human beings. They had a toxic relationship. They both made awful mistakes, but the real bully, aggressive, borderline, violent, narcissistic one was Amber Heard, not Johnny Depp. The evidence doesn't lie. In a world full of injustice, seeing for once justice being made in front of our eyes was refreshing and wholesome. That's why this is our first place. My personal favorite moment of the whole trial, which was the TMZ guy. Oh my God, it's fantastic.
You know this case is being televised, right?
I am aware that there are cameras.
And so this gets you your 15 minutes of fame, doesn't
Objection, Your Honor, argumentative.
I can ask that question.
Overruled.
So I stand to gain nothing from this. I'm actually putting myself kind of in a target of TMZ, a very litigious organization, and I'm not seeking any 15 minutes here. Though you're welcome to speculate. I could say the same thing by taking Amber Heard as a client for you.
A little argumentative, don't you think?
Oh, hardly. I find that to be purely logical. Thank you.
And everything, the whole thing, if you've missed it, it's all online now. Please go ahead and watch the whole thing. It's going to be so entertaining. It's going to be seriously best than any TV show that you've watched this year. I promise you that. Thank you for watching. Hit like. Let me know what you think below about these 3 real-life events that we all loved to watch. Let me know what are your picks, your top 3 picks. And please subscribe. I'm trying to become a YouTube partner and I need 500 subscribers to start. So if you liked this video, click on some other ones and see if this is the kind of channel that you would like to subscribe to. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.